Hello my friends, it's Marilyn here. Welcome back to my channel. I have this beautiful layout that I made about my niece using the March limited edition kit. She is Milena. She is a cutie pie, adorable girl. And I'm going to make this page using two of her photos. And the first things that I want, let me show you before I started the second paper. I'm going to use the Peachy Keen as my title and many of these elements. But first, let me prime my paper. I'm going to use the clear gesso and prime my paper because I'm going to use mixed media. It's very important always to prepare the paper before you start using paint and all the mediums. So I cover all these and I'm going to let it dry and work with the rest. This is the photo. I'm use the corner chomper and I am going to round all the four corners of the photos and the mat. Once I make this, I'm going to adhere the photos to each mat and let the photos ready. I'm using tacky glue. And the photos are ready. Now I can move for the paper. I want to cut out all these elements from the papers. It took me, well, I watched TV while I was cutting this. Now the photos are ready and I want to start to build my composition. I want to use the hot balloon with the Peachy Keen as my title. So I'm going to place this in this way. I think that I like how it looks. Now I'm going to take my pencil and make marks because I want to add some textures, and in that way I know exactly when I'm going to place it. Here is the modeling paste and the heavy gesso. It is by Rivera Premium Marketing. And I'm going to add texture around this, and my camera, I did not realize that my camera was moving from in the tripod. So you can watch now all my copies that are always in that area in my desk. Okay, here I'm using the stencil that comes in the kit, and I am applying first modeling paste, and over the modeling paste I'm going to add, here's when I realized that the camera is out of the area. So I was fixing that. Now I'm adding the gesso over the modeling paste. I wasn't sure what I'm going to do, so I prefer always enhance the stencil work. For that reason, I always apply a little of white gesso over the modeling paste, but you don't have to do it if you are going to add color later. The camera is moving again, but now I'm going to dry this with my heat tool. Once it's dry, I am going to adhere the photos to the paper in the area that I assigned it for them. You can see here I put one beside the others. And other thing that I did is that I add 3D foam tape behind all the pieces that I cut out from the papers, and I am also using some pieces of the ephemera packaging, and I cut out the white borders from them because I don't know, I don't like the white borders in the pieces. Here are some pieces of lace from my stuff that I want to include in the layout. I love to mix different materials. I think it brings more interest and enhance more the depth in the layers. I love this sentiment. I think it is from one of the cards, or I think it's one of the papers, and I tearing the border and adding here. I am placing here the different flowers, paper flowers. I am trying to build the layers. I am not adhering anything at this moment. I prefer always to place all the elements, and sometimes, well, to make it or to create the page in this way take a little more time in because You know, sometimes they move and I have to put it again, but I prefer in that way because if I need to change something, I still have time to do it. I add another piece of lace behind the sentiments that I cut. Here, these tags are from the chipboards that comes in the kit from the same collection, and I place it in that way. And other things that I prefer to do it to not adhere anything, I'm going to adhere the things now, is because if I need to move something, I do it. And you can see here how I put everything. I move the tags, I add the white cord, and I add a little of lace on the top behind the peachy kins in the top area. Now I'm going to add some buttons and pearls just to give this feminine shabby chic look, and add more materials. As I told you, I just love to mix different elements on the pages and bring this mix of textures that brings interest, and I don't know, I love it. Here I'm adding more pearls and mud hot glue in this area that it was the tags was moving. Here I decided to add some sequins. These ones are translucent, and I want to bring this shiny on the background. And I'm going to adhere all these pieces out of camera. Here you can see what I did, the pearls, the buttons, and the sequins. Okay, now I'm going to show you the gelato. This is the aqua color, and I want to bring some color to create depth around here the photo, and I think in around all the embellishment. Let's get started. At first I am using here a brush. This one is from the Rivera line, but as you notice, I don't know, I don't like it. So I'm going to use my finger and I'm going to spread the gelato that is like a lipstick, if I can tell. Yeah, it's remember like a lipstick. And I apply this with my finger and I look the effect. I love the effect in that way for this page. I am very carefully because I am applying this over all the texture, the stencil work, and I don't want to hurt my fingers. Also, if you you can also apply this with a sponge, with a makeup sponge, and I think it is okay. But I am, you see, I am moving fast the video, but it takes me time because I was very carefully apply blending the gelato over the textures. And I'm adding, as you notice, I try to move all the pieces and apply the aqua color behind all these embellishment. And you can see here the difference between the right and the left side. In my opinion, I prefer the side with color because it enhances more all the embellishment and give like light and happiness to the page. But if you prefer without color, well, let me know your opinion. Do you prefer the left side without color or the right side? I don't know. I love mixed media, so you know that I will prefer with color, but both sides are okay. My opinion, I prefer with the aqua color because it gives this depth, and I don't know, I can enhance more of the layers that I am building, that I built in this page. I continue blending the gelato around all the peaches here, and I love the turquoise with the peach color. Look how lovely it looks. Okay, now I cover the photo. I was thinking to add white paint splatter, but at this moment I have this stamp that comes in the kit, and I'm going to use the archival black ink to give more textures on the background. As you notice, I am trying to add all these textures behind all of the embellishment, all the elements that I add. And here I'm going to remove the acetate sheet that the stamp comes stick in this acetate, but I need some flexibility because I'm going to I want to add all the stamp behind the tiny spaces here on my page. And I am adding the colors, as you notice, after I add all the elements. You can add at the beginning if you like, but I prefer to enhance my work with color, not to cover the paper, because if I add the colors and the textures at the beginning, I can cover part of the paper that I don't want to cover, because I don't know exactly when I need the color at the beginning. So for that reason, sometimes I prefer to place all the elements like I did in this page, and then add the colors in the area and enhance the area that I want. Here I cover the photo and I am adding white paint splatters. I just mix white acrylic paint with water and put it in this jar. And anytime, because I love a lot this technique, I always have my jar ready with the paints. And it is what I did. Now I'm going to add some butterflies. And it is the final result. You can see here the layers, the sequins, the beautiful papers from these collections, the tags, and the gorgeous smile of my niece Milena. Well, my friends, I hope that you enjoy this tutorial. Let me know what do you think in a comment down below. The link to the kit, all the information are in the description box, and I come back soon with a new video tutorial. I'm going to let you 2 more videos here that maybe you are interested, and I see you soon. Take care. Nos vemos. Bye bye.